Hey, what up, this is Saastic marketer. So today I'm going to be talking about Sastick. It's a very powerful review tool. What you can do with Sastick is that you can send out review requests, have your customers leave reviews, and gate those reviews. If you get good reviews, you allow them to leave a review. If not, you would hide those reviews, right? And at the same time, you can also incentivize them and then display these reviews on your website as well. So it's a very powerful tool. But before I dive into Sastick, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content, right? So here we go. So here we are in Sastick. It's let me just kind of jump over to the dashboard first, and there is quite a few things that's going on. Okay, so what this tool does, once again, is like an all-in-one tool that does all your reviews and stuff, right? So the first thing is it helps you to get reviews, right? So you can send out emails, forms, and also a kiosk landing page so that people can leave a review. And once they leave a review, you can gate them, right? So if it's a good review, you can allow them to go ahead with the review. And let me just kind of maybe show you how it looks like right here. Okay, no, let me just grab this one right here so that you can see how it looks like. Okay, so right here you can see how do you like this business, right? And then you can rate the service. Okay, so if it's terrible, then it will not show up, right? If it's great, then you can see there's also, it will show up like review on Google, and then you can also ask them for a you can give an incentive for a review. Okay, right? And then you can also just send out the links directly. So there's a bunch of stuff right here. So the first thing, to before you jump into any software or plugins, I always like to go to the settings page right here, so you can set up your project name, which is mainly like your business name right here. And then you can put in the website that you have, right? You can create multiple projects as well if you want to, right here. And then you can put in your website, the business address, the local, is it a local business, right? Or is it an offline business? So you can enable or disable them. And then the currency. Okay, so the currency, I will explain a little bit more in detail later. And then you can put in your branding, which is your logo icons, any SEO, meta tags, and open graph images, and your locations right here, right? Okay, so the next thing is you've got strategies right here. So this strategies is where, when you want to send out the requests, right? So the email, the review request basically. So when do you want to send out the emails? Okay, so you can wait for a certain number of days. So what happens is that you can automatically add your customers into Sastick, and then, for example, wait for 14 days before sending out the messages, right? So you can limit to a certain number per day. Okay, and you can send out whether you want to send out thank you messages as well, so you can put that in. Then and also certain conditions so that you can filter customers, so that you only ask the right customers, or a verified customer to leave a review. So customer must have a active subscription. So if you want that, whether yes or no, so you can put that in. And the number of charges, total charges must be at least a certain amount. The average charge must be at least a certain amount, so you can set that up as well, so that only customers that fulfill these conditions will get the review request. Next is reminder messages. So you can, how many reminders you want to send out. You can send up to 3 of them, and how long to wait between these reminders. And then you can also have SMS messages if you want to send it out, but you will need to connect a Twilio account to integrate for the SMS messages, right? So the next thing will be your emails. So you can edit the email templates in here, and SMS templates, and then you can edit your form as well, and you can also get a QR code to the landing page, right? So this is actually mainly for your kiosk landing page. Okay, and then you can change the ratings here as well. So my only feedback would be, let's say if you want to have a overall rating, and maybe you want to have some form of customer feedback, right? So right now, for Saastic, it's really a review tool, right? So it's a completely full-fledged review tool right here. But if we want to, let's say, get customer feedback, then we might need to expand a little bit on the form features. So I think that's my only feedback right here. The next thing would be showcase. So this would be a page itself that will showcase all your reviews. Okay, it will showcase all your reviews. I will show that, kind of display that to you later on. So you can also set up your sending domains for your emails and your CNAME as well, right? So if you set up the CNAME, your landing pages and all that will be of your own CNAME. Okay, and then integrations wise, there is HubSpot, Stripe at the moment. And then so what happens is that if customers are paying by Stripe, you can pull that data in and for a condition, right? So you can also connect to HubSpot to send out the review requests, because HubSpot, it will sync the contact information in there. And then you've got Slack and Twilio. So what happens is whenever you receive a new review, you will be informed on Slack. And then you can also send out SMS review requests through Twilio right here. Okay, next is API, right? So I'm gonna roll the key later on, but you can set up Zapier and Pabbly so that you can import customers into Pabbly Connect automatically. So let me just kind of pull out Pabbly and the Sastick app, some of the actions that you can create with Sastick right here. So over here you can create or update a customer information and also create a customer charge. Okay, so I believe this one right here will allow you to create a customer customer into the customer list right here. And then this second action would be to assign a spend on the customer right here. So just in case you are sending out review requests that has a charge of at least a certain amount. So what happens is, let's say if you run a SaaS business, for example, and then someone signs up for your free trial, right? So they will not be asked for a review. Instead, only when the customer charge value comes in and is being updated in Sastick, then they will be sent a review request. So that's kind of how Sastick works. Okay, so that is how you set things up. So a couple of things as well before you want to jump in. The next one is actually the links right here. So I have set up a review on Google link right here. So these are sort of let me see, third-party links. Okay, so this one right here. So these are third-party links. So you can receive reviews in Sastick itself, but it is it it just kind of you can use it to display on your website if you want to. But sometimes you may want, I mean, you sometimes might get better value getting reviews on Google or Facebook or Captera or G2 and so on, right? So let me just kind of show you. So if I add link, right, you can choose some of these, right? So AppSumo, Captera, Facebook, G2, Google, Product Hunt, Trustpilot, Yelp, and also a custom label, right? So you can add your own review, and because the links are just, you can just add them however you want. So that's up to you right here. Okay, so you can, I guess in a way, you can even do other stuff, right? So for example, I can have a custom label, and then I say comment, leave a review on our post, leave a review on our post. Okay, so what happens is that I can add a link. Let's say I'm running a Facebook ad, for example. I run a Facebook ad, I paste the link to the Facebook ad post itself, and then I get my customers to comment on the post itself, and that's going to help a lot with my conversion rate on my ads, right? So that's very powerful right here, something that you can consider. You can do this for Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook. So that's you can do that for that. That would be very powerful. You can even just just put in make a post, make a review post on Reddit or whatever it is, and then or in my Facebook group, and then people start to get excited about it or whatever it is, right? So you can do that, custom links in here. So that's where the power of Sastick is. Okay, so so the flow is like this. So when someone signs up, or I have a new customers, I will then wait a certain period of time, send out a review request. And when the review, so what happens is, let's say the review request comes in on Google, okay, and then how are you going to give them the incentive? So for example, the incentive is leave a review for a free 1-year sub, for example. So what I can do is, let's say if I'm using Public Connect, right? So this is a workflow to kind of automate the incentive, assigning the incentive to your customers. So when customers leave a review on Google, you are going to get a notification from Google itself, right? So then when you receive that email can then be passed in Public Connect, because Public Connect has an email parser, right? And then from that email parser, right, you can also pull out the data from Sastick. You can probably assign it to Google Sheets in the middle, before you actually add them into Sastick itself, right? And then you can pull out the customer's information, then perform that, assign a point or some kind of reward to your customers through that process, right? Can you see that? Can you see that entire automation that you can actually do with the Google review right here? So that's actually something very, very powerful. I believe you can do that as well with Captera, and let me just kind of open up the links right here. So like Captera, G2, Product Hunt, I'm sure these can be done easily. I believe AppSumo as well, right? And Trustpilot, Yelp, whatever it is, right? So all you need to do is just kind of be creative a little bit on the automation part, by passing emails and pulling out your customer list, right? You can automatically assign and give points or rewards or incentive automatically, right? So customers then, so let me just kind of go back to the dashboard. So the kiosk is where you get the landing page itself. So So you can have a kiosk if it's an offline business, right? Then you can have your customers to scan the QR code and then just leave a review on their mobile phone itself, right? And then you can showcase all your customers' reviews right here. So you can see I have one review right here, okay, right? And then links, we've been there as well. Okay, settings as well. So next is your customer list. So you can import them manually or create them as well, or you can upload a CSV file, or you can have it automatically imported from Stripe, HubSpot, Zapier, or Pabbly at the moment. And or you can manually add them in here as well. And then once you have added a customer, right, so you can ask for a review request. So then it's going to send out an email, or you can also ask for email and SMS. But of course, SMS has to be through Twilio itself. If you want if you want SMS as well, I guess you got to try and be a little bit creative with Pabbly Connect or Zapier to automate and use a different SMS API, right? If you want to do that, and then you can also create a review for them as well. Yep. Okay, and let's see. Yep, I guess that's right. So you can request review, and you can also manually send the links to them like this. Let me just kind of open this up, right? And then it just kind of goes out to them to ask for a review. Okay, so it's pretty simple, and then you can see all your reviews in here. So I guess pretty much that's all I have to share about Sastick. Okay, you got to turn on automation as well before things start to go. I mean the emails start to go out. Okay, so I think that I think overall Sastick it's very powerful. The only thing that is missing would be to embed these reviews into uh into 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 my website. So embedding is not really in there at the moment. It's just kind of display a link with all the reviews. So I think adding some features where I can automatically pull in reviews from Google as well, that would be nice. And for now, the customer info is just like first name, last name, email, and so on. There's no like company and title. I think that would be very good if it's a review, and you get a review where it tells you who the person is, what's their website is, their business, their title, is he a CEO, or let's say a head of marketing of some company itself. So I think that would be very nice. Okay, more customization in the design, maybe having some kind of custom scripts, analytics, maybe that would be nice as well. But I think those aren't the main concern. These are just nice to have. I would say that at the moment itself with Sastick, it's already very, very powerful. Yep. So I would say the only thing that could make it better would be having an API for sending out SMS triggers, right? So you can have maybe a webhook that goes out to trigger SMS through other APIs other than Twilio. Yep. So I guess that's all I have to share about Sastick. I'm quite amazed I spoke so much about the features in Sastick. I think of all the review tools so far, this one has been one of the strongest around that has review gating and conditional conditional review requests, right? So you can filter out customers for those email requests for their reviews. So I guess that's all I have to share about Saastic. I think this is a very, very powerful tool right here. If you're running a business, you want to collect reviews automatically and you know bump up your reviews on Google, whatever it is, then definitely check out Sastick. That's all I have to share. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about Sastick in the comments below. Lastly, do share this video if you know anyone who could benefit from Sastick. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.